Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am going to explain about pteridophytes, introduction and general characteristics of pteridophytes. First, introduction. Pteridophytes. What are pteridophytes? They are vascular cryptogams. That is, the plants of this group possess vascular tissue, that is xylem and phloem, for conduction of water and minerals and for translocation of food. Evolutionarily, they are the first terrestrial plants to possess vascular tissue. They are mostly herbaceous and found in cool and shady places, though some may flourish in sandy soil condition. Next, general characteristics of pteridophytes. The main plant body is sporophytic, which is differentiated into the true roots, stem and leaves. Example, Selaginella. Leaves are small, called as micropills. Example, Selaginella. And leaves are large, called as macrophyls, as in tree ferns. Vascular tissue is differentiated into xylem and phloem. In xylem, vessels are absent, and in phloem, companion cells are absent. These are flowerless plants. Sporophytes bears sporangia that are subtended by leaf-like appendages called as sporophylls. The sporangia produce spores by means of meiosis in spore mother cells. Here, the spores are produced by the process called as meiotic cell division. Next, the spore germinate to produce multicellular, means more than two cells are present, that is free living photosynthetic thalloid gametophyte called as prothallus. What is gametophyte? Here, gametophyte, it is a gamete producing zygote from which the sporophyte arises. Next, they need water for fertilization, and the spread of pteridophytes is limited and restricted to narrow geographical region. The gametophytic plant is smaller and less differentiated. The gametophyte bears male reproductive structure called antheridia and female reproductive structures called archegonia. The antheridia bears antherozoids and archegonia bear oospore. The plant show definite alternation of generation, means here the alternation between the sexual phase or generation and an asexual phase. In the sexual generation, the plant produces gametes or sex cells and is called gametophytic generation. Here, the asexual phase produces spores, that is called sporophytic generation. This is called as alternation of generation. Next, zygote produces a multicellular, well differentiated sporophyte, which is the dominant phase of pteridophytes. In majority of pteridophytes, all the spores are of similar kinds, such plants are called homosporous. Means here the pteridophytes produces undifferentiated spores. We cannot differentiate whether it is male spore or female spore. Some pteridophytes produces two types of spores, megaspores and microspores are called as heterosporous. Here we can differentiate it whether it is male or female spore. Megaspores and microspores germinate and give rise to female and male gametophytes respectively. Example, Selaginella and Salvinia.